We've got a cloudy day out there as advertised and as expected. It's going to be pretty cloudy all day. At the very end of the day, if you're looking west, we may be able to see maybe a little sunshine, but I think a pretty cloudy day is on tap for us, and highs in the mid-70s. We'll keep talking about today, and there is a chance for some showers tonight. Don't keep your expectations low. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot in the rain gauge, but we probably will see some showers moving through. All right, let's fast forward to Valentine's. Unfortunately, I think we've got a chance for rain. We need the rain, but wouldn't you know, it's going to come on Valentine's Day. Most folks, they plan events or plan their Valentine activities sometime in the afternoon or the evening. At this point, I think it's going to be okay. The European, though, doesn't think so. So let's start with that. This is the European model, and this is Saturday morning. Lots of showers, and then the front doesn't come through until the afternoon or evening, with a chance for some thunderstorms and rain chances lingering until part of the evening. That's a bad solution, but that's the European model. All right, the one that I'm kind of leaning more towards is the American model, the GFS. So in the morning, no doubt, showers and storms, even some thunderstorms Saturday morning. Then the front pushes through, and by the afternoon, weather should be improving. But you know what? Even this is the latest run of the GFS. Even this one is getting a little slower. So just plan on thunderstorm activity on Saturday. I still think the evening is going to be okay, but Saturday, here's the problem. If the frontal boundary comes through in the afternoon, some of the storms could be strong. If it comes through in the morning, probably not strong, just rumbles of thunder and thunderstorms. But some of these could be strong if this comes through in the afternoon, and that's looking more and more like a possibility. So just watch out there on Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, it could be a little stormy. All right, temperature 65. The normal low is 44. This morning's low, we hit 60. Record low is 19, record high 88 back in 1954. Another long-standing record from a long time ago. Today, lots of clouds. Highs will, oh, look at that. Okay. Highs will hit about 75, I think. This evening, if you have anything planned, temperatures in the 60s out there this evening. Let's take a look at the visible satellite imagery. And the clouds, of course, they show up very well on the visible satellite. Yeah, just socked in with clouds. There have been some showers out west. Not a lot of activity, but some around Eagle Pass, Brackettville, Rock Springs, and notice just not a whole lot of rain out there as that upper level system approaches from the south and west. Let's take a look at the temperatures. These are the 11 o'clock OBS. The 12 o'clock hasn't come out yet. Temperatures mainly in the 60s, still across the area. It's been a cloudy one. 65 out there right now. Noontime temperature should be about 68. Kerrville lower 60s, Uvalde 64, 68 right now in Hallettsville. You can kind of tell where there's been a little bit more sunshine over there in Victoria. Temperature is 74 right now. But they had some pretty good fog this morning. Just trying to see if maybe that's just the influence off of the Gulf. Yeah, a little bit. Notice how it's a little darker, the shade's a little darker. Maybe a little bit more sun, and some of the influence from the Gulf. Temperatures in the mid-70s there already in Victoria. Okay, I haven't redrawn this since this morning, so that frontal boundary is probably further to the south. That's the same front that's going to come through here overnight tonight. There's not a lot of cooling behind it, but tomorrow, basically mid-70s with sunshine is what I'm expecting in the afternoon. So really not a lot of cooling behind it, but definitely will be cooler than what we had yesterday and the day before that. Taking a look, let's roll this back to 4 o'clock. Highs today, 75. Dallas-Fort Worth about 76. A little cooler across the Plain States, you'll notice. And Atlanta, finally, the Deep South is finally warming up some. Raleigh's going to see a high today at about 62. It had been really cold. East Coast and, of course, New England is still cold. So here's this little weak system coming in, clouding us up today, bringing us a chance for a shower tonight. You can expect maybe 1/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, just not a lot. Probably closer to 1/10 of an inch, to be honest with you. But it goes pretty quick. And then the ridge builds in on the first day of the rodeo. Usually when the rodeo comes to town, it turns colder and wet, usually. But this time, it is going to be warm. Highs on Thursday, 80, 81, something like that. And I think Friday as well is going to be very warm with highs in the low 80s. Here comes our system for Saturday. This is the GFS model, and mainly thunderstorm activity, but it's starting to look more and more like afternoon too. And then we clear it out. Hopefully it'll clear out in time for the evening. And then next week, notice the big trough out to the west out there in California. This kind of a pattern right here is a very warm pattern. Not a lot of cold air with this kind of pattern, that's for sure. So it's going to be warm again for next week. All right, clouds today. Showers staying out west for the most part. And maybe a little sun late in the day. That's kind of debatable. And then overnight, we'll have a chance for a few showers. Look at that, I mean, just every time I look at this graph model, the chances of rain just keep going down and down. I'd say 20 to 30% chance and less than a tenth of an inch. Just doesn't look good. And then the front comes through. Tomorrow we'll see some sun, partly cloudy, highs in the mid 70s. And then Thursday, that's when we're going to warm up into the low 80s. Let's see, let's take a look at that 14-day. Tomorrow, again, mid 70s. Let's see, Thursday, about 80 for a high. Friday, 81. Valentine's Day, about a 50-50 shot of picking up some storms. Really, in actuality, it may be even higher chance than that. Little weak Pacific front comes through. Just kind of keeps us in the 70s. 76 for a high on Sunday. Sunday looks good, by the way. And then Monday, about 78. And just in the upper 70s for all of next week. And I don't see a lot of cooling. A cold front will come in on Friday the 20th, and the low temperatures may be a little colder, but the afternoon high is still in the 70s. So we're definitely in a warm pattern here, and probably will stay that way for the next couple of weeks. So, but anyway, we'll keep you updated on Valentine's Day, and the rodeo is here, or at least it's almost here. All right, appreciate you streaming with us. Make sure and watch the noon show, 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. And if you want more information, you can go to KENS5.com or KENS5 Plus. All right, well, we'll see you later, and have a good day.